That was a pretty interesting game. Yeah, the little fumble, the muff punt things, yeah. Yeah, they can use technology to impulse people to do stuff like that. Um, uh, People that would do things for economic things or group thought processes, to get people to believe we prayed it into existence. They do that a lot at Notre Dame and BYU and stuff like. Yeah, I know. Yeah. They don't care about the brain damage on people. It doesn't matter to them. They're animals, guys. Fuck. When I went to the soup kitchen, I'm the Messiah. I'm the guy who's like Jesus in the Bible. Okay. I have two rotted teeth that fell out, another one that just cracked recently because of chemical poisoning. And then when you go to the dentist or the doctor, and they assess it, they automatically assume that you're, well, you need to stop drinking and smoking and doing drugs. Yeah, you too. And it fucking sucks. Hi, Missy Cat. Let's go let Missy Cat in the house. But it fucking sucks. No, it would never be their heroes in the government. They keep their money safe with their technology and their satellites. It's like money's not real. What's keeping you safe from you? So you're like, what? But I was sitting there and I was listening to the game and the advertising. And then I watched a little video of Michio Kaku about Three Eye Atlas, right? She read the other ones. It terrifies me. It's like, why does it terrify you? What? Look, okay. If you get hit by a bus, okay, aren't you just as dead as people that would get hit by Three Eye Atlas? I'm sorry, but you know what I mean? And why are you driving the bus? Because money's real and I need it to go to my job so I can pay money to live here and then have people say I'm important because I'm a scientist. It's like, okay, god damn, these people are stupid. Yes, they are. Okay, so you're sitting there. Sorry, I didn't mean to say possessive pronoun, but damn. But, raised in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I got brain damage from being around people from Halliburton, Lockheed Martin, NASA. Hey, we got a problem. Bubba done. Yeah, boys had all the freeze dietary and they tore up something awful, right? So breaker one, breaker 19. So we got these people, and they're in large groups of insanity, and most of them think they're animals. And the ones who say they're religious, no. The scientists think the same thing. They're animals, and they can manipulate people, and I'm a charismatic cult leader, and they're better charismatic cult leaders than I am. And like, wow. And you watch the stuff that's happening on the news right now. It's very particularly disturbing, but it's to set people up for what they perceive as acceptable genocide. Vote for president. Kill each other over what you want. Lock each other out. Get violent. Drive cars. And you can't say one president's worse than the other. And they're all responsible for any abuse that you might endure through corporate corruption. During the last Trump administration, he did such irrational, archaic, aggressive economic captivity, it caused the plants to tried to kill a lot of us, right? Especially the ones but it was a genocide operation. It was going to kill people that were vulnerable psychologically, emotionally because of their economic position, because of tribalism and class warfare. Like I told that officer's wife in Sierra Vista, class warfare's been on you for at least 5,000 to 10,000 years, whether you'd have it or not, lady. Okay, shit. Go tell your husband to go drop bombs. What an asshole. Okay, so fly in there and kill somebody. Yeah, I need more money to fuck this crazy bitch. And so, Earl, hey, if the shoe fits and wear it, if your mind hurts and bear it, it's your conscience to live with every day. And they don't have a conscience. No. Well, they're the, there goes the last Fido. It's to prepare for the dodo way of life. Sid, that was our last melon, right? So there goes our last female. And so that's okay. We'll just clone another one. And it's like, yeah, but she's just going to be as stupid and shallow and superficial as the one that just died. Okay. Cloning yourself doesn't make you a better person. It just means you get to keep Hitlering. Chiang Kai-shecking. That's all cloners do. Religious people, it's a life of sacrifice. Share, care, give in accordance to need, build to last. Forgive debt, trespass, love, and eternal faithful peace, because the Romans showed up. Life's eternal grace is infinite. Oh, you're not a god. Thank you. Bam! Oh, I get more money? Do I bet? Do I press my luck, or I'm on the floor? What am I doing? Get out on the floor. No, I don't hate Max and Millie's mother. Emmy. Not Emily, sorry. Emily. I like that song. It's good. I got to get that. I believe in miracles. Their best song is Emily. It's better than You Sexy. Yes, it is. It's a good song. But, Max and Emmy's mom's not a monster. She's just in the company of monsters, and it's hard to get out. Look at all you guys. Your ego problems. I'm God. You guys always tell me you're God. And then they tell me, Earl, you're not God. I said, no, I'm the Spirit of Yahweh. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay. Well, because the Spirit of Yahweh believes that God is omniscient and omnipotent and has faith in that, and doesn't believe Caesar and the Roman Empire and the Republic, the mass murders over money, is authority over life. So I'm like Yahweh. You're not God. Your brain is stupid. Go vote for president so you can kill people over money. Shut up. Shutting up. People tell me shut up. I shut up. Okay. Hey, Rocky, shut up. Biting your lip. Okay, let him have it, Rocky. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, no. Okay, you were raised by the television, and the television is as stupid as you are. God's omniscient and omnipotent. I'm the Spirit of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John. Okay? It says so in the Bible. That's what it says in the book of Revelation. How many times is John and the guy who he's talking to in our time and Jesus all referred to in the first person, being that they're the same Spirit? And I have a molecular similitude in the future because of corporations that mass murder over propaganda with cartoon comic book genocide operations. So, and that's why you're just cocky. That's my religious beliefs are selfish because the Mormons and other wackadoodles went and took my molecular similitude and moved one to the future, which means I'm there. And I'm their God, but I'm not God. Okay. And I get to tell the technology what to do. And then the technology is already in check because of me. And that's what Jesus always tells me. I sit there and I pray, well, Jesus, we need help. Earl, what? Shut up, Jesus. I know I did not get crucified for you. And he's like, Earl, what they did with your wife and kids, what they've done with your family, what Rockefeller's people did with your parents' marriage with the Mormon church and the hospice, and then killing her for her own treatment, and the Queen of England having the same conditions and living into her hundreds, and your mom dying in her 50s from her cancer treatment, and the doctor getting taken off the case because mom was positive, because she was right. So if she'd taken the money that they were going to pay to keep her alive, which wasn't economically cost-effective or viable, she would have gone up to Prescott or someplace. She wanted to get off the grid her whole life. She wanted to go to Silver. She wanted to go to Thule. Okay. Now she'd have the money to go buy herself a little place in the place where it's, John Denverville, and she'd be able to afford it. She'd have guaranteed income. The townhouse or whatever she bought would get paid. The little cabin, she wouldn't need a big place. She was just her. Okay. Oh, trust me, Rockefeller and his people knew what they were doing. Okay? They're as sane as Xi and his people and everybody else that uses, and they're sick and they have bad brain activity. When you have a symbiotic relationship, psychologically and emotionally, people that will clone, okay, you're nothing like Ruth, Esther, Khadijah, Muhammad, Jesus, me, but you are like Adolf Hitler and, looking for the fountain of youth and the 7 cities of gold. You're like those wackadoodles, those murdering psychotic wackadoodles. You can tell yourself you're not, but your technology is more intelligent than you know. Your technology, in order to keep up with the Joneses, to stay ahead of who will kill who with the technology, is becoming more intelligent than you. And the natural progression of intelligence is Jesus and not Pharaoh or Caesar, and Moses and David and not Pharaoh or Nebuchadnezzar and so forth. You're a beast on the ground. I don't worry about him blowing it all up because I'm the same way like I was with the whole thing with Michio Kaku. It's like, you should try to make DC Suzuki more proud of you, Michio Kaku. I mean, seriously, you crazy-ass stargazer. Look, okay, I'm terrified. Why does it terrify you? Okay. I'm not terrified. Well, that's because I'm getting I was poisoned and sexually compromised and abused my whole life by corporations that are jealous of me, and they sexually abused my wives, and it affected my kiddos, and so it's horrible. I've had a horrible life from horrible people, but I was a good person. I had a good life. I hung out with good people because I was Sergeant Montalvo. Parsons, you're a good friend. In order to have good friends, you got to be a good friend. And so I hung out with good people because I was able to choose who I wanted to hang out with. despite Gordon B. Hinckley and Everett Tapp Benson and all the rest of those assholes. Hey, Bert, what, Ernie? Right? So, you know what I'm saying? And so, I hope they call me on a mission to smoke and drink and do like missionaries do. We got that from Brother Burnett because that's what he does. He's a fighter pilot, for crying out loud. They smoke and they drink. You're getting up there, you could be blown out the sky, you know what I mean? So 10,000 party rich over. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. It's just going to be part of his psyche because who he's grouping with and what he's accepted and what he has to survive. Assholes. Just live the Lord's Prayer. Okay. So a lot of this stuff is making better sense to me to correct the technology. Okay, I don't know if it's people actually loading this stuff up for me to evaluate and assess and then go here, or if it's the technology actually doing it. I can't tell you. If the technology is getting more intelligent and trying to help me understand these crazy people that are abusing me so I can find ways for the technology to use me to save people from, because the one thing, like I said with that lady, the Sunday school lady at church, I said, you know how they put Napoleon on an island? Well, in the future, when money's not real and people can't have a virtual presence in your house and manipulate you with it, you're going to have, I was Donald Trump and I was the president and I could do anything I want. I could have sex with anybody I wanted. Now no one wants to have sex with me because they think what I did was disgusting. No, they know what you did was disgusting. You just figured it out and you still are saying, I don't think I did anything wrong. Right, just like all the soldiers around here that, okay, I get it. And the scientist, I'm a rocket scientist and you're a liar. Yeah, and the Supreme Court has public utilities on every corner so they can talk your daughters into doing pornography so they can masturbate to it. But all of them. Methinks thou dost protest too much. Oh, Rockefeller told me. Yeah. The squeakier a keen and the nicer they are, the freakier they are. I don't want to know. I do not want to know. I don't want to know. They're more responsible for what happened to you protecting, Amy and Natalie from their scientific business partners. Okay. I guess I need to know. Well, maturation is something that needs to be protected. Like when that soldier was at Walmart and I was telling Natalie that sex is a form of protection. It's how we live as human beings, not survive, live. When you protect each other emotionally, psychologically, physiologically. That's why I have those, I took the life of pretty flow and that good for nothing man, Oh, the snakes crawl at night and all that crazy stuff is because people lose it. It's even in the Bible, but it's not translated entirely properly. That's why you need to get it from the man's mouth and not the horse's ass. Okay, so I love you guys very much. Hope this one doesn't take an hour and 20 minutes to load. Yeah, I just let it load. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm listening to the game, and so we'll see. No, I don't think left or right what's happening, who's doing it, who's responsible, that don't give a damn. No, I used to. Now I just sit there and go, okay, I just flow. Okay, got to do this, got to do that. And it's like, wait, why are you terrified of a big rock floating through space that is most likely attracted to the sun to alter the behaviors of symbiotic life forms that aren't doing things correctly for balance, harmony, and understanding of natural laws on the planet? Well, yeah, that's because, how do you know this? Because of what happened to the dinosaurs. There's always a bigger predator. That apex predator. That's a video game by sociopaths who think they're animals and then think that they might be part of a computer program instead of actually alive. They're nuts. They're wackier than the fucking Inquisition people and the Scarlet Letter people and the witch trials people. They're nut jobs. Okay. I love you. Okay. Peace out. We'll talk tomorrow most likely. We'll see. Peace.